All right. Well, thanks everybody. I really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Peter and Mitch showed me some really cool stuff. I know everybody's still really confused about how to use Google Hangouts, but what these guys showed me really blew me away, and I wanted to share it with every single one of you so you could be fascinated by it as well. Now, Google is still trying to figure out what Google's all about in some ways, and uh, this is really going to be cool. I'm still going through all the training. I'm setting up my own videos, and I'll share the results with you probably tomorrow. But for now, I just want to turn it over to Peter and Mitch and let them roll. Guys?
Well, great. Well, Lee, thank you very much for having us. My name is Mitch Carson, and I'm going to start this presentation. Now, I want to begin with, you've all heard about the power of video and Hangout marketing. I mean, you all know it's a pretty good thing to do, and we're going to show you today, here's the agenda and promise. We're going to go through 4 profitable case studies demonstrated to you, and you're going to discover how to find the profits in your niche with money keywords. And there is a distinction between informational keywords and money keywords. Keywords that make money have commercial value. We're going to show that in a little bit so you know what to search for correctly. And then 5 unique ways to differentiate Hangout Millionaire in the marketplace. And how to get your rankings to stick. That's what's important, because you can buy things on WSOs or the latest black hat technique to get you a ranking temporarily. But we have rankings that stick for months and months and months because of the strategies and techniques that we use, which are very safe and fall within the guidelines of Google. And what to expect moving forward, how you can put into action everything that we're laying out here so you can have replicatable, duplicatable results to mirror the case studies that we're going to present to you today. Now, the most popular question people ask is always WIIFM. Anybody familiar with that radio station? It's the #1 radio station in everybody's head. What's in it for me? Lee, have you ever heard of that radio station?
I have. It's a tenet that we base almost everything we do on. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, we're going to look at it because those that took action, that decided to get on this call, #1, congratulations, you're a winner, because you took the time to learn to improve your business and to make more money and to improve your life. So what we're going to go through is how it's going to benefit you such that you get first page Google rankings, how you get first page YouTube rankings. And can you say profits? Raise your digital fingers and say profits. 3 ways to profit without using a camera. This was what's key. Some people suffer or choose not to be in front of a camera. That's fine. We're going to show you how you can do it without a camera to get rankings up there with your YouTube videos and your Hangouts, and you're going to rank faster than a speeding bullet. Now, the first thing I want to offer you is a gift. We want to make sure that you listen to everything we cover in today's presentation while we're hanging out. So we're going to give you a gift. This comes from Peter and I. It's called Clients Forever. It's our book, co-authored, has a value of $24.95. You're going to get that for free. We're going to give you the link at the end of the session today. So stick with us, because this is our free gift just for listening for what we want to share with you today. If that's okay, put okay in the box, because we want to make sure. So first I want to introduce the creator of the system called Hangout Millionaire. His name is Peter Drew, and you're going to hear a lot from him in a second. And you're going to have to excuse his accent. He comes from down under on the Gold Coast of Australia, originally from Sydney, where they have that big bridge and they have hopping kangaroos all throughout the city. But he's been working full-time online for 15 years. He's the CEO of Brute Force SEO. So some of you may have been familiar with the Evo product, which sold over $10 million, which was a huge success online and still has clients today. He was consistently a top 5 affiliate in Friend Finder Inc., which sold for just shy of $1 billion. He's generated over 8 figures online. He's owned many software development companies. Known as the king of automated software solutions, he has earned that crown, and you're going to see why in a few moments. And he's been a respected SEO professional over the last 7 years, creating results for clients, friends, teaching others so they can create results for themselves and their clients. and he's got a main SEO membership still going strong after 6 years. And what I liked most about him when we connected last August of last year, he's got an absolutely squeaky clean reputation online. Can you say squeaky clean? Where there is nothing negative. Now, you can look up just about anybody online. Lee, you've been in this game for a long time. Somebody has complained a little bit, whether it's earned or not, about somebody that we know. You know, we have friends in common, and in some cases people complain. You're not going to find anything on Peter. Here he is with his 2 beautiful daughters. His wife was taking the picture. She's camera shy, so she took the picture of Peter with his 2 daughters here in the Gold Coast of Australia. So who am I? My name is Mitch Carson, and I'm a published author with John Wiley & Sons, and I'm going to send our good friend Lee here a copy of my book tomorrow, so he has it. I'm a former syndicated radio show host. I've spoken in multiple countries. I have created over 9 figures in sales on television via infomercials, and I've been published in a few publications. Here's the proof. This is CNBC where I was, and a snapshot of my radio station. But let's get into this, because this is all about you. So the question I want you to start with, what is the value of owning the #1 ranking in your niche or in your market? You need to figure that out, and we're going to show what kind of value people have been able to make. This goes way beyond having the ego of saying, I'm the big dog in my category. Who cares? What is the value of making money? There is that prestige, and prestige is important to say, hey, I'm the #1 ranked person in pet care for left-handed people. I mean, whatever category it is, I'm the #1 basket weaver. If you're the #1 dentist in Los Angeles, that's a big deal. That means money. If you're owning that rank in Beverly Hills, if you're a cosmetic dentist, if you are a cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills or New York City, where half the women buy parts, you have a valuable ranking. So what does the Hangout Millionaire solution do for you? It gives you, look at those fingers, aren't they nice? It adds one final piece to the puzzle, because that's what we're bombarded with when we are given all these emails of software solutions left, right, and center. What is it that will put everything together and give us the glue to stick all these elements? Lee, I'd like you to comment for a second about this, because you have seen endless WSOs, endless JV zoo offers. Everybody has got something to sell, but putting the solution and putting all the pieces together to profit is where people fall short. And we're going to show them a comprehensive, done for you, you set it and forget it solution in just a few moments. But comment about that in your experience.
In my experience, I completely agree with you. You know, we see emails every day, and one of the things that I always found fascinating was I have a ton of marketers. I have over 60,000 marketers on my list, and one of the interesting things about them is occasionally I'll get a comment from one of them saying something to the effect of, "Yeah, I'm on your list, but you know, I don't want to be sold to. I don't want to see any new offers." Well, that's like a baseball player saying that he doesn't want to get any more pitches. You know, you're not going to become a better hitter unless you get better pitches. You're not going to become a better marketer unless you continue to evolve with the tools over time. So this I believe is one of the tools. Everybody who is doing any marketing online needs traffic. This will get you traffic, and it'll get you tons of traffic, and it'll get you ranked, and it'll build your credibility. I mean, I'm not gonna steal any of your thunder, Mitch or Peter, but this has been one of the most fascinating tools I've ever seen. And Peter, you know, I know you from the brute force SEO days, and I know you from Evo, and that was one of my favorite tools I ever used. So I want to close with one other quick comment. Is I have weather coming into my area. So if for some reason I lose my internet connection because the power is flickering, you guys just keep rolling without me, and I'll join back as soon as I can. But tonight is a night full of technical glitches, and potential losing power is just one of those glitches.
Well, with the show must go on, thank you for that comment.
Actually,
and I want to
sorry, just on that point, I just need to let people know that we have technical issues with the chat on the webinar page. Unfortunately, that's not working for some strange reason, but we're here and this is live, and we'll be able to take questions afterwards via email or Facebook.
Yeah, we'll do that with the Facebook group. We'll certainly address that. But let's talk about our first case study, if we will. And this is a well-known marketer. And the good news is you're about to have the experience where your life will change with this tool, because we have people that are experienced marketers, such as this man Alex Mendozian, who publishes the Billionaire Mentor magazine that's available in the Apple newsstand. He is an experienced online marketer. Then we have some newbies that we're going to showcase that had no experience, found Peter Drew, and were then able to not only rank #1, but to profit. So let's go in and dig in with what happened with Alex, because he was a tough case. He has seen and been around a long time. Lee, you know who Alex is, and he's a tough customer. And he gave us a test. He said, okay, I've heard about this tool from you, but show me. Prove it to me. So right here, and I'm going to show this a little bit, how to monetize Google Hangouts is the key phrase right here. And we were able to rank. Peter is Scott Snowcroft. Is that correct, Peter? And you're also,
no.
Your name is Peter Drew. You're #3 right here.
That's
and this
correct.
was all done within 2 hours of the very first time you worked with him, how to monetize Google Hangouts. Now, I think after we did this initial test with him, he said, okay, that's impressive. I like that. And can you do another phrase? How to profit from Google Hangouts. Now, why is this special? Because it has 2.2 million results. Do you care to address that? What does that mean, Peter? 2.2 million results.
Oh, look, that was a really exciting time for you and me. We were both on Skype chatting, and then the request comes through. I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. And so I downloaded Alex's own video, and I put his link in the description of the video. So we're promoting Alex's stuff and showing him what we can do. So I downloaded his 11-minute video. Actually, if you scroll that image down a bit, you'll see that the duration, the software changes the duration of each of those. There you go. Yes. That's perfect. Changes the duration of each of the videos that we put up. So we ended up with 3 or 4 keyword phrases. I created a project in the software, used his own video, put his link in the description, and used his content from the website, the textual content in the description. And in 2 hours, we got back on Skype, and boom, the first one was there already. And it was ranking really
what I
well.
want to profile is 3 hours for this first video. You see my cursor, and then 4 hours for this one. Now, today, if someone were to pop in how to profit from Google Hangouts in YouTube, he dominates the page.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's crazy. So, but I want to walk through the steps, and notice that these are 2 different videos with different descriptions. I mean, different titles. The description varies a little bit, and the length of the video, and Google or YouTube deems that as separate, unique content. Is that correct, Peter? Isn't that the power of Hangout Millionaire?
Absolutely, mate.
It is able to talk about that just for a second. We'll get into more detail, but I want to tease them a little bit with why this is separate content.
Sorry, I missed what you said. What do you mean it's different content?
Well, no, not different. You take the same video, but it's deemed as unique content. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
Sorry, it's my fault. Excuse me. So Hangout Millionaire adds a slide to the beginning and end of each video that we create. So you can add your own custom slide to the end and to the front and the end. In the software, you can set a random duration for the front slide and the rear slide, and you can see that there on the screen. One video is 11 minutes 16 seconds, the other one's 11 minutes 21 seconds, which means you can use one video in the software and repurpose that video literally hundreds of times. And I know that because I do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and you do it consistently. So let's go through what were the exact steps. You find the right keywords, you set up Web 2.0 properties, and you run Hangout Millionaire. And we're going to break down these steps in a minute, where we're going to go through explaining this in more detail. So let's start with the first one. You set up the right keywords. And Lee, I'm sure you're familiar with this. There are informational keywords and there are buying keywords. And there's here's the difference between informational keywords and buying keywords. Profits versus no profits. Profits versus no profits. So it's foundational to your success to use the right keywords. Care to comment on that, Peter? I mean, is this the biggest mistake most online marketers make?
Absolutely. I go through that extensively in the PDFs and video tutorials about, first of all, where to get keywords from and which ones to use and at what point in time to use different types of keywords.
Yeah, it's a critical factor in making this work. Now, Web 2.0 properties are like a part and parcel to the success of this program because it gives a legitimate. Now, talk about Web 2.0 for a second, and what does that really? I mean, are those sites like Weebly and WordPress and Blogger and some others?
Well, for a start, as well as broadcasting your video as a Hangout to Google Hangouts, the software, once it's produced that Hangout, it then goes out and creates a Blogger blog, automatically creates a Blogger blog for you using your Google account. It puts an embed of the Hangout we just created on that Blogger blog, and it produces another spun version of the title as the title of that blog, and another spun version of the description content of that Hangout video, including the website you were promoting, as a part of the post. Once it's done that, it then does the same over at Tumblr. So it creates a new Tumblr post. It puts the embed of your Hangout video in there, a different spin of the title, and a different spin of the description content and tags in that Tumblr post. And once we have, what we do is we set up our Google account or YouTube account and Blogger and Tumblr with 3 different social sharing websites, being OnlyWire, Deliverit, and IFTT. And then that distributes all that content from YouTube, Blogger, and Tumblr to a massive array of Web2 properties, as you can see on the screen there. That content automatically goes out to 60 different Web2 properties. And so the beauty of that is it really helps rank your Hangouts really well. But additionally, you're getting direct links to the website you're promoting. You're getting second-tiered links, third-tier links, and fourth-tiered links, all contextual links pointing back to the website you were promoting and the Hangout that you are ranking. It's very, very effective.
Those links are really high ranking. They have high authority, high page rank, which, some people say, oh, page rank doesn't matter. Baloney. It certainly does, because that means heavy links and heavy credibility in today's market. And if you have that spread out there with a large footprint, it's awesome. So that's what this is. So this is IFTT, a snapshot. Another one that we use is called OnlyWire, and you have Referral Key, you have Scoop It, you have Skyrocket, StumbleUpon, Sonicode, Slashdot, and the list goes on and on and on. So, what were the exact steps we used to rank Alex and some of the other people that we have worked with? We're going to show you these case studies. Let's talk about this. What happened with Buy Private Island?
Well, look, I've been doing video marketing for a long time, and as the date shows on this video, if you can just slide it down a little bit,
it shows right here, October 8th, 2008.
A friend of mine was selling his private island up in North Queensland, and he told me just after he did the deal with the real estate agent. So I said I can help him out here, and luckily the real estate agent produced a really beautiful video. So I downloaded that and repurposed that video and uploaded it to a whole lot of video hosts, and we got them ranking incredibly well. As you can see here, nearly 90 million competitors in that term.
89,500,000. That's huge.
And the good news is, over the first 6 months, that real estate agent got 200 leads for private island buyers. So that is awesome. Overall, those videos that I put up have had over 20,000 views.
Wow. Well, let's look at this one. Here's another one, 51,300,000 results, and you are still ranking, and this is how long ago? Here you are down here. This is 2008. And
2008,
the techniques, and wasn't this the cause wasn't this the reason you came up with an automated solution to do all of this manual work that you were doing? You did all this manual work, and isn't that what Hangout Millionaire does for its users today? Doesn't the software handle all that?
Absolutely. That took me about a week of work on and off, and I could do a lot more work than that in just using half an hour's preparation time setting up the software.
And then it runs, you set it and forget it, and you sleep. Can everybody say set it and forget it and profit? And you have essentially a VA in a box, a virtual assistant in a box with Hangout Millionaire. So, you know, let's talk about the question is, do you need a video? Do you need to be
Mitch,
in front of a camera?
Let me just interject here for 1 second.
Sure.
And this is one of the key points I believe that a lot of people are afraid of. I mean, you mentioned earlier how many different things we see hit our mailbox day in and day out. One of the things I want to stress to the folks on the call and the folks listening after is you just saw a video ranked from 2008. 2008, that's 6 years ago. This is not a flash in the pan strategy that works today and doesn't work tomorrow. This has worked for 6 years straight.
Yeah, he's still holding it. Everything that Hangout Millionaire does, Peter did manually back then. All he's done, well, not all, he's taken all the manual elements, automated it, and added a whole lot more so it sticks even stronger.
Right.
So what I want to talk about is, for the camera shy, I mean, these little cute girls, Peter, they remind me of your girls. You know, sometimes these little faces, but they are probably not camera shy with those faces, but some people don't like to be in front of a camera, or they just don't have the time to set up lighting, makeup, angles, and, you know, get somebody to film them. So you came up with a solution for that, and it's called Instagram. Do you want to talk about what Instagram has meant to Hangout Millionaire and why this has changed the landscape? Nobody does what nobody has come up with something like Hangout Millionaire to accomplish this task. So you have the option of using images from Instagram. You have options of using your own video. Is that correct, Peter? Hello? Hello? Oh, God. Hello?
Hey, I think we lost Peter.
Oh. Okay, well, you're still there, right, Lee?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can see the Instagram?
No, sir, I see you. I don't see the screen or the slides.
Okay, well, let me share it again. Whoops, let me get rid of that. And let me go back to screen share, and we'll be right back in business in a second, folks. Sorry for the slight delay, but we'll be right there. I promise it's worth it.
Hey, no problem. All the folks on my group, they know that, you know, there can be technical issues, especially when we're doing things live like we are tonight on this Google Hangout. But I do see the Instagram now, absolutely.
Okay, so we're here. So Instagram is I mean, here's the beauty of Hangout Millionaire and why I said this is a game changer. For people that are camera shy, we saw the cute little girls and the lady holding her head. Instagram is something that you go in and grab images based on the keywords you call out. If you want to rank for dog training, you want to rank for photography, pictures, it'll pull beautiful pictures for you to match your keywords. Then it creates a slideshow for you and then takes and creates up to 15 different versions of that one slideshow. So you have 15 unique videos every time you run the program. And you can use existing videos that are in your video file. You have the option to switch in between those. So it can be no challenge at all. Does that sound great? Being able to, it saves time, and time is always money. And that's the beauty of that. So you then, the third step is then you run the program. You find the right keywords, you plug in the social properties of Web 2.0, which is only wire and IFTT, as we mentioned, and deliver it. and you run Hangout Millionaire. Now, what is Hangout Millionaire, and why is it so important to pay attention to Hangouts today? Let's go back. Let's do a little bit of a jog down history, and we'll go back to 2006 when Google bought YouTube. Google is the king. He married his queen, called YouTube in 2006. So anybody who made a video at that time would rank on the page 1 of Google. Do you remember those days, Lee, when you could just throw up slop and you'd be the #1 ranking ahead of somebody that had millions of links? It didn't matter. Videos outranked.
I would never want to admit to throwing up slop, but I do remember those days, and I do remember exactly what you're saying, but that's exactly the way it was. I mean, it was the golden age of getting ranked online, where you could virtually throw up anything. As long as you structured it right, you're going to be ahead of anybody else out there.
Yeah, and, you know, so it worked real well. So he is the crown prince of Google, of King Google, and that's why we have the Hangout Millionaire bot. That's our little logo. That's the guy that's doing the work behind the scenes. Everything that has been done manually is done in an automated way. You just program him. You essentially program the robot. You input your keywords, and your social accounts are set up, and the program does the rest for you. Now, the question that comes up often is, what about global versus local? What happens in this arena? And if I'm ranking local or global, how do I do that? Well, Peter thought of that as well, because you can input longitude and latitude inside the software to pick where you want to rank for. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, and Buckhead, you can put in the longitude and latitude of that. If you own a chiropractic office, you're a dentist, you're an attorney, you own a tire shop, whatever it is, if you want to rank yourself, your clients, or you want to see the amazing piece, you include those local elements and you will rank for it. And it's worked on a global basis. We're going to show you samples of that all the way around. Now, this is I don't know if Peter is back online yet.
You're back.
You're here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you want to play? Let's go ahead and play what happened with Darren. And this is another example of what Hangout Millionaire will do for clients when they use the techniques that you've put into an automated fashion. So let's go ahead and play Darren if you're ready, Peter.
I'm the best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secrets Revealed. And I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch...
Are we hearing that?
One sec.
Yep.
Promised me that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that, but I gave it a go. And he blew me away, because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page in #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phrase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowriteabestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ringing up. That had seen the ad on Google, or some of the rankings on Google, wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And, you know, it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what had happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master of marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
Well, now let me just comment on this. He made $23,500 because he was ranked #1 for that key phrase. and he was able to get somebody to give him that money within a week. So that speaks volumes of how important it is. Remember the difference between money keywords and informational keywords. And Darren was able to capture that. So let's talk about another one. Peter, this is another one that we were challenged with, how to look great on camera. This was done with a gal named Ruth Sherman, who charges $60,000 from Fortune 100 executives to teach them how to look good in front of a camera. She's out of New York City, and she teaches them how to how to speak, and the fee is $60,000. I repeated it twice because it's that invaluable, that much money. So she gave us the challenge, well, I want to see what you can do for me. So if you were to look today, how to look great on camera, you'd still see her videos. And this goes back, I know it's a little challenge, the image, it's March 13th, 2014. And this one, March 6th, 2014. We ran the software twice, and she's got positions 1 and 2 on the first page of Google. And you could check that afterwards. She also is ranking with another keyword that came up, which is the beauty of the program. It'll create another title for you of your video, Ultimate Consulting Coach. She is ranked positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every position on the first page of Google and half of the second page of Google. Is that impressive? Are you following me so far? I mean, can you see how this software will shorten your success so you can profit quickly? If you put a mark in the box or in there, but I want to play a more current man. Now, I would say that Zach is an intermediate marketer. He lives full-time online, but he's only been at the game for about 3 years, and now he is banking money. The last I spoke to him, he was making about 40 grand a month. Peter, you want to play him?
Sure, doing that right now.
Zach is living in Thailand, an American living in Thailand, and he is conducting himself as a lead expert with the Australian marketplace, providing professionals leads. And so I'll let him explain what happened.
I'll talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days, we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to be residual income because we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions in Google and for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them, and this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it and buy it today.
Now, Zach is global, meaning, well, his leads are throughout the country of Australia. It's not a local market. But let's hear, now that was tremendous success. I mean, can you imagine if you mastered this skill, where would your business be? What would your lifestyle be like in 5 years from now? I want you to think about that. Taste the success of having that type of result. If you could make another 10, 15, 20, 30,000 a month, if you were to replicate what an intermediate marketer like Zach Jacobs was able to create for himself. He simply followed the PDFs. He listened to the video tutorials of Peter, his mentor, and was able to create success. He's not alone. There are others that have created similar success. So let's talk about a local market here. Someone that has done it on a local basis. This is Angela Langlotz, and before we play her video, I just want to comment. She was an attorney, a trademark lawyer in the U.S., who was bored with being an attorney. I haven't met too many lawyers that like their job. She was one, was fascinated with internet marketing, knew nothing about it, found out that she was pretty good in front of a camera and wanted to use that and help clients, and found out, met me, and I introduced her to Peter Drew, and let's hear what she had to say.
Hi, Angela Langlotz here. I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
So now we're back to looking at, I want to go through this slide. This particular search engine result page, known as the SERP, has 3 ads at the top. It has a bunch of paid advertising spaces on the right. This is how Google makes its money, selling these spots. So if you are ranking organically, that means you've earned the rankings through doing proper SEO and proper use of Web 2.0 properties, getting your content out there in the marketplace so people are talking about you, creating traffic to come back and look at Google. You have done well. Lee, how valuable is this when you have 3 paid ads above the organic and the full column on the right?
I can't even comment on how valuable that is. I mean, I don't know. What did you say she was doing with this? How much?
She's selling, well, she is selling leads to fence contractors in Dallas, Texas, where she lives, and people are paying money. The actual commercial value, I think these were about $3 a lead, and there are 5, she said over 4 million. Well, she misspoke. It's 5.8 million results for this term.
You know, this takes me back a few years. I was working with a deck builder, and we built a website for him that, you know, if I had this tool when I did the website for him, the true story, we were able to get his website doing pretty well. He was selling leads for about $15 a pop, so he had a little bit more escalated scale to get to where he wanted to be. He was able to shut down his physical location, but the things I could have done with Hangout Millionaire, if it were available then, if Google Hangout was available then, it was pre-Google Hangout, you know, we would have been able to take this global so much faster. I'm blown away by these results. I haven't seen these yet. This is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you're on the first page. Now, these are, here's what's interesting. Peter, you taught her how to do this, and you were ranked positions, your position, which one is you and which one
Number
is the
3. I'm Christina Hodge.
You're Christina Hodgson's down here. This is Angela, and she's position 1 and 2, correct?
Absolutely.
You taught her so well that the pupil leapfrogged the master. How does that make you feel?
Very cool. Extremely cool.
Well, I mean, that is the mark of a true professor who loves what he does, because you taught your students so well that they were able to even compete with you. And she did this, and she's profiting today. Now, this was clear and valuable proof, because we are showing you an example. If you agree, nod your head digitally. Lee, are they nodding?
I think they're nodding.
Okay, well, I want to see it because I have digital eyesight. And Peter, this is a gal. She explains a little bit. You can comment about her before you play her experience using Hangout Millionaire. This is the attractive lady from the Gold Coast.
Yeah, so Ellen joined my squash team. I play competitive squash 2 times a week, and she joined my Wednesday night team. And we hit it off when I found out she worked online. She found out I've been online forever, of course. And she goes, "Oh, I'm about to get my SEO done." I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm going to this place called Odesk." And this was around the time that we were just starting beta testing for Hangout Millionaire. And I said, "Come over and talk to me. I think we better have a talk. I can use you as a case study, and I'll do it for you. I'll handle this. You don't have to worry about it in return for a testimonial if it works well." And so that was the agreement. And so we came up with 20 awesome keyword phrases, and her site wasn't ranked in the top 1,000 for any of those terms. And after 2 months there, she's page 1 and often number 1 for every one of those terms. So I'll just put that video on now.
My name's Ellen Trokovic and I'm the owner and manager of houseoftroy.com.au. My website specialises in selling bandage dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realised I really needed to get my website ranking higher in Google because it was completely unranked. I had heard of odesk.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of Hangout Millionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I ran my online website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks, after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 of Google, which was amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from, on average, about 5 a week to now 15 a week. And I have hangoutmillionaire.com to thank for it.
So let's take a look at this result page right here.
Actually, sorry, Mitch, I'll just interrupt. 2 weeks after she shot that video, she got a massive order from one of the most prestigious nightclubs here on the Gold Coast, and she got an order for 90 dresses. And then about a month after that, she decided to buy a one-way. She left her job as a legal secretary and bought a one-way ticket to Croatia, where she's from. And so a one-way ticket means she's taking a laptop, she's running a business, can run her business anywhere in the world, and she is on top of the world. She's making massive sales. So it's an incredible success story.
Living the dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, can we just go through some of these results? I mean, that's the result we want, is to be able to have the freedom. And she was a complete newbie. See, Angela was a complete newbie. Ellen was a complete newbie. And look at the results you were able to create for her using the software. This is a gal that would have never made the money had she not met you playing squash. I mean, out of 3.1 million results in Australia, which is a small country, she's ranked, I mean, that's a lot of results for a small country, isn't it? And then
Absolutely.
to have houseoftroy.com.au, it's down here. You already highlighted that nicely. And she's ranked there. And then this is the one that blows me away. This is bamboo dresses, and this has 713,000 results, but she's ranked #1 for her website, and this is the killer. She's ranking for images. Talk about that for a second.
Well, this is an awesome result, and obviously the top level keyword phrases she's ranking really well for, which is bandage dress, bandage dresses, not just these long tail keywords, but here you see it's covering the whole front page in terms of video, image, and her own website. So her website wasn't ranked anywhere in the top 1,000 before we started. Now her website is just covering Google for all those terms related to bandage dresses.
Another one. For bandage dresses, she's #3 out of 7.9 million results worldwide. That's gigantic. She hasn't been at it that long, and this is what happened. You pushed her website up. It's not just videos. The website was able to do this, and this is the one that kills me. This result here, because on this slide, we see, I'm going to move it very gingerly in this spot, we have 2.7 million results, and it's the website, a video, and talk about pushing and using. Facebook is ranked on the first page. Her Facebook fan page.
Absolutely.
How big is that?
Absolutely. I'll put the link to her Facebook page in the description of the videos we made for her, and that went straight up in the SERPs, and she's gaining tons more likes from organic traffic, which is awesome. I think she had about 4,000 likes when we first started. I think she's up close to 6,000 now, and that's purely through organic search results.
So your program allows you to put your own Facebook page in the description, and it pulls that weight with you, so it takes its companions to the top?
Absolutely.
Well, we like that. So let's take a look inside the program.
Okay.
Let's see what the software does. So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So
Okay.
We're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so that's the software starting. There's no audio on this software, on this video. So you've got three options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you sourced. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left or right or delete the inappropriate ones. Click next and then select your profile. That's the House of Troy profile. Select an MP3. Enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we are using there. Facebook link, link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select. In this example, we're creating one video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously sped up because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
This all just runs in the background, Pete. That's what I love about it. Is it's just set and forget. Absolutely. You set it up and just go and do something else.
Yep. So it's creating a Hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we used, and it does it awesome. There's three different options which we'll get into later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There you go. Now the software is doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go into the private video network that will be listed in Google. That will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the bandage dresses. There's my friend there. A little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tags, geolocation. There's a geolocation there.
Pete, it's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is the software working. This is not you sitting here doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The changing in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. Now it's updating it created a blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update the Blogger, that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, that will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr. And the Tumblr account gets all a different variation, a different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, back, and then more tiered links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
So that's incredible. Now, so what do you think about that? How easy this is to use? You just set it, forget it, and you get to profit. We've shown you the profit. Now, can you imagine? I want to make sure that you understand the impact this will have on your bottom line. And you have to ask yourself, are you ready for your life to change? And what is your next move? We've got the visual here of the chess move. So I want to go through for the people that are interested in taking action. And you are action takers because you were on this call. You've been on this call, listening, learning from the master, Peter Drew, with his solution, the Hangout Millionaire. Set it, forget it, profit. So let's talk about what's in here. The Hangout Training Resource Toolbox. This is our complete toolbox to make your Hangouts a success. We walk you through step by step. We hit it from two different angles. Peter's created very detailed PDFs for those of you that like to read information, and you also have videos that are explained in detail with screenshots, and you're able to see step by step with a voiceover explaining how to use the system, how to use the tools, how to set everything up correctly. And then there's a content repurposing resources guide, because everything is about repurposing content and using it in various manners. And the good news is we guide you through every step. Now, the reason Peter has been around so long with brute force SEO is because of the support. This is one of the things that differentiates a real developer and a company that stands, a company versus a fly-by-night, pimple-faced youth that just came up with a solution and slapped up an $8 product on a WSO. If you're used to buying those products, good luck about getting support. We support you instantly. You submit a ticket, you will get a response from an English-speaking person. English-speaking person. So you get real support, not something that's crazy. So let's talk about the Hangout Millionaires private group. You get access to the private members only Facebook. Now, why is this valuable? Because people post all of their questions. They post about their Hangouts and skills, post their requests that you're looking for, you'll get answers. You get to cross-promote your business, and there's content repurposing resources guide explanations in greater detail from people that are using what is provided inside the system. And what this is a system. And Peter, I want you to comment why this is so different than what someone would buy as a WSO or a JVZoo product. You've had over 60 updates since you created this software initially. Good luck getting an update out of a WSO.
Well, first of all, my support team have been with me for 6 years, so they know our products intimately. And often when I get stuck, I just get them on Skype and say, "What am I doing wrong?" Though they're awesome. To date, we've had, as you said, up to 60 updates with the software, and every time you start the software, you get the most recent version of that software. If we release an update, it'll say, "Hey, there's a new update." Click on a button, and it auto updates the software for you, which is brilliant. So we're always on top of it, and if one of the sites that we connect with changes, it's generally 12 hours we'll have it updated, because a lot of people ping us, "Hey, this is not working," and we get on top of it straight away, and then release an update. People start the software, and they've always got the most recent version, and that's been the same way with all my software over the years.
Well, that's great. So, this is essentially a VA in a box. I love that, how we discovered that yesterday. It's a virtual assistant in a box. Now, I want to talk about the first bonus that you're going to get. For those of you that are action takers, you get and here's a challenge for many people, is how do I write copy? How do I get my sales page up? What do I put on there? Well, that's solved with a solution we support called Copy Sniper, and you're going to get a 30-day access to this program, it works extremely well. You punch in your keywords, you input what you're looking for, what emotional triggers, and it spits out beautiful copy for you. And that's yours to look at for 30 days for free. That has a $1,000 purchase price right now. If you were to go to copysniper.com, you'd have the privilege to pay $1,000. You get it for 30 days for free from us. Now here's another bonus that I'm going to throw in. Is I was a syndicated radio show host with CBS out of Los Angeles, where I'm from, and I'm going to interview, Lee, all of the people who decide to invest with us now, not tomorrow, but now, get to have an interview conducted by me, which then can be repurposed, that's the operative word, repurposed to A, place up on iTunes for additional Google and Apple juice. You get both juices today, and you are then able to use that to create a video with you showcasing your expertise. My particular talent is being able to find the gem that's hidden within you, and we'll do that. And we do not have to film it. It's all done via audio. And everybody that stayed on here, you do get the copy of the book. Lee will have a recording. He knows who's on the call. Peter knows who's on the call. Everybody gets a copy of our book that I co-authored with Peter. And here's the total offer in the package. You get the Hangout Millionaire software. That has a value because if you were to go to the site right now, hangoutmillionaire.com, you'd pay $197 per month. That comes out to $23.64 for a year. You get access to Peter's private video network, which has a value of $1,000. The Total Resource Toolbox, the Copy Sniper Trial. You get the recorded interview with me. So what you need to do right now is click on this link, www.lee.hangoutmillionaire.com. Do not delay. Click on it now. You have two options for payment. You get to pay $9.97 a year or $2.97 every 3 months. We would prefer that you sign up now, not in a week, because guess what? If you come back later, you get to pay $197 a month. You can get the extreme discount of over $1,400 if you pay in full today, which is what we recommend. Pay for it now. Invest in your future. You saw the success. There is no question of what happens when you invest. You've just got to get in on this, and I have to ask you the question. Are you ready to get started? Are you ready to get started? Action takers take all the gold. The people who ran to California on horse, ran by foot, walked, took a Pony Express, took wagon trains, got to the gold, were the ones that made the money. Hangouts are the gold of the internet. It's brand new. It is so new. Google loves its latest properties. Remember, Google is a business. It rewards those that take action. People that embrace their technology using Hangouts, which rank extremely well. It ranks above YouTube. The Queen has stepped aside to allow the prince, the crown prince, Hangout, to rank ahead of her. Hangouts are there. We've given you the technology to take your Hangouts and create 15 different versions of it so you can effectively rank everywhere for every phrase using the tools, utilizing the Web 2.0 properties that we talked about, using the private video network that is only available through Peter's members. You have access to all of the updates that come out consistently. He's on top of it because Google constantly tries to trick the algorithm and to get people tripped up. He's on top of it. He's got developers on staff that make this for you, make these changes so you do not have to miss a beat. You do not skip any beats in your profits. So click on the link, lee.hangoutmillionaire.com. Then the total value of today's package is over $4,800. $4,800. So jump on it. Invest today for $9.97 per year, or if there isn't room on your card or you're just a little bit short, go ahead. We'll take it for $2.97, and we'll have the courtesy to bill you every 3 months as you profit. And then you're going to jump. You're going to want to invest today because it's not going to be available tomorrow. Those that invest now get the interview with me. You get the Copy Sniper trial, and you also get to start making profits right away. Napoleon Hill stated this in Think and Grow Rich. He profiled all the millionaires at the turn of the century, and he found common characteristics of the millionaires. Guess what? They didn't think too long when they saw opportunities. If you're on the fence, get off the fence, come on over to our side, join our family, get on the Facebook wall, start contributing, start profiting right away. I'm very excited to be able to work with you guys. I comment on the Facebook wall. I want to interview the action takers. Those that take action are the ones that make profits. I need to repeat that over and over and over again so you get it. It's a gentle nudge to push you towards your success, to allow you to drink the water. I have dragged you all the way to the water, shown you where, and now it's time to drink. Drink the profits, pan the gold, accept profits, accept success in your life. This is the best tool I have ever seen. I have played in this SEO arena for 6 years nonstop. I'm damn good at it. I became great at it with the use of Hangout Millionaire. There's nothing like it on the market. I believe it. Don't just listen to me. Listen to what Lee said. He's been in this game since 2001. Okay? He has never seen anything like this. The man tells the truth. You have trust with him, trust in his suggestion, his recommendation today to jump on board. Click on the link. You see it highlighted in blue right here, lee.hangoutmillionaire.com. If you snooze, you'll lose. Get in the groove. Jump in. We want to work with you. We want to showcase your success in our next webinar, profiling you on our website. I want to learn about how I can help you succeed so we can do this interview together. Who's taken action? Raise your hand digitally. And how do you raise your hand digitally? You click on the link and you invest today so you can profit tomorrow. Go through the tutorials that are very detailed. Listen to the videos. Get hooked in. Jump on board. Are there any questions that people have, Peter, that are typically found in the system? I know that the system's a little challenged today, but there are some questions that usually come up.
Very good question. And the questions are, can it be run on a Mac? And yes, about 20% of our members can run the software in a virtual environment on a Mac. And
I would say that's pretty common. And how easy is it to set up those Web 2.0 properties? What is it? You've even created a solution for that for people that don't want to set them up.
Absolutely. I've created a document that shows you exactly how to do all of that, or I've provided a service where my staff in the Philippines will hook up 60 plus Web 2 properties inside IFTTT, deliver it, and only wire, all connected to your YouTube account, Blogger account, and Tumblr account for $47, which is obviously what I use. And people who don't have the time to do it themselves, obviously take that option up. It just makes it simple.
That's fantastic. And I mean, another commonly asked question is, how soon will I see results? Well, I mean, I'm going to let you answer that one.
Look, we get phenomenal results in Google in terms of rankings and speed into the index. I think my best record is like about 4 minutes. Like if I'm doing a run of say 10 videos, by the time the PDF is created, typically the majority of those videos that I've created are already in Google.
Well, that's incredible. It also is keyword competitive. It's based on how competitive the keyword phrase is. Yeah, I mean, if you've got 5 searches in a month, probably won't be difficult.
Not for indexing. The videos will go in irrespective of how. If it's a really competitive niche, they'll still get indexed fast and rank well. If it's not so competitive, they'll also index and rank.
And that's because they're Hangouts, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Google
it's not just the video. That was the way it was in 2006, but the last time I checked, we're in 2014, and the Crown Prince, that's blood of Google.
But
he ranks his son ahead of his wife today.
But it also goes into the way we've linked the videos together, how the links come from my self-hosted video network, all the Web 2 properties, so they index really quick because they're pretty much getting lots and lots of links pretty much as soon as they're updated. So it's strategy and on top of, obviously, Hangouts.
Well, that's awesome. So, guys, again, I'm excited to work with you. All you need to do is click on the blue link right here, and we'll take you, lee.hangoutmillionaire.com. We'll get you started. You'll go through the initial tutorials. You're going to get all the support you need. We have a support desk that's active. They've been with Peter for years. You can go through the system, and you can be up and running in a day and testing your first Hangout.
Absolutely.
You'll have people that'll probably do Hangouts with you once you join the Facebook wall. They'll help you. I've seen people do that, Peter. They
Absolutely.
make friends there, and they support one another. It's a friendly, helpful environment because there are so many niches out there. And, you know, some of the questions come up, well, what if somebody else is in my niche? How many key phrases are there in a niche? Hundreds in many cases.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah, I mean,
Facebook
what
group
do
is
you
filled
find?
with
I
really
read
awesome
something
people.
recently that the search terms in Google change by over 15% each month, that there's a new batch of long-tail keyword phrases.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
so
this is one of the
competition is
easiest
gonna
way
be
to
done.
keep on top of that.
Yeah, so you've got to constantly refresh and look at new keywords. It's an ongoing, think of it as your sites, your searches, that's a live digital piece. It's an appendage that you have to feed new keywords to. You've got to work it constantly because the obvious, like if you wanted to rank for weight loss, oh my, all right, you might be able to get there, but those people that are trying or working for that, you know, it's weight loss for seniors, weight loss for people with diabetes, weight loss for children, weight loss for green people. All these long-tail keyword phrases are something that, you know, are there, and they all have millions of searches in many cases. You can rank for that in many variations that come up, and you constantly rework it and add to your profits. So it's an ongoing business to do this. And the beauty of Hangout Millionaire is it shortens the cycle of success by months. Months. You could do all of this manually, replicate the same results, but it would take you in manpower and time months and months and months.
Let me just say you've targeted 30 long-tail keyword phrases or any keyword phrases, and you're ranking for those. Once you've created that project and you want to go for another 30 related keyword phrases, you delete the ones out of the software, put another 30 in, and just press start, and off you go again. So it's like 2 minutes of your time to produce another 15 videos in a different, though related niche, with related keyword phrases. It's really that simple.
Well, wait a minute. Lee, did you get that? Did you hear what he just said and how profound that is? I'd like you to comment on that. Did you, I mean, that is huge.
Yeah, I've really never heard of any simpler way to repurpose and, you know, to rank. I mean, Peter, can you just say that again? Just tell people
That
how
was
easy
very
it is.
heavy. Yeah, that was huge, Peter.
Okay, so say you've set up a project in Hangout Millionaire and you're targeting 30 long-tail keyword phrases or keyword phrases for in the weight loss niche, and then over a month you've created lots of videos and you're ranking for all those terms. Your website's going up the SERPs, but now you found there's another thing that you want to use. You just open that project again, go through the steps, go to the page where the keyword phrases are, delete those, put another 30 in, and because the software is all run via tokens, you don't need to make any other changes. You just change the keyword phrases and click start, and it will produce another 15 videos, and you can just go on again and again, and that only takes like 2 minutes. And
Wow.
It's awesome.
So there's no need to create all new videos each month. This actually lets you reuse and repurpose the ones that you have in new keywords. So, you know, for folks on the call, it's just as simple as if you have a list of 100 keywords and you do 20 a month, over 5 months you have put up 100 different variations of video with how many variations each? There's
Absolutely. You can do unlimited variations on one single video. I've done over 300 variations of just using one individual video for one niche that I'm in.
That's huge. And this can run, and the beauty is you set it and forget it. Instead of having a staff of manual workers that make mistakes, the robot does not make mistakes. He is reliable. He never calls in sick. He works 24/7. He doesn't ask for vacation pay, sick time, holidays, he works as you command him. You set them and forget them, and it runs.
The difference is if you had a bunch of VAs doing this, you'd need to check all of them. With Hangout Millionaire, you don't need to check it because it's exactly the same every time. It does exactly what you instruct it to do each and every time. So once you've set up your project, you click start, you walk away, and it's done.
Wow. I mean, that's huge. It's the perfect virtual assistant. And we're going to coin that. We're going to use that. It's a VA in a box.
Absolutely.
It's the virtual assistant in a box at a fraction of the price. Because you think about a Philippine employee, they're usually about $1,000 a month. Okay? And in one investment, you've paid for your Philippine employee, and this is reliable. It doesn't take off. In the Philippines, they have over 40 paid holidays a year. Paid. And they call in sick a lot. I've got a big team over there, so I'm speaking the truth.
And
they
just
don't call in sick with Hangout Millionaire.
And just on that point, this software each membership comes with 2 licenses. So it's the equivalent of 2 VAs, really.
Yeah. So you have 2 VAs in a box for a measly investment of $997. You don't have it today, and sometimes we are economically challenged. That's okay. For $297, which everybody can scrape together who's on the call, click on the link, invest today, take action, and be on the success train with us. Be part of the family. We want to work with you. We want to see your success. And what is so exciting about Hangout Millionaire and the Facebook group, which I participate in every day, is I'd say every 2 to 3 days, Peter, is what I'm guessing, we have a tremendous success that comes up. And then probably twice a month, we've seen unbelievable success stories that are just life-changing, where people are making 6 figures in a month. I mean, that will feed families. That will change from unhappy to happy. That saves marriages. I mean, that might be stretching it some, but, you know, there is a financial issue with relationships going sour, and if you're able to even make an additional 10 grand in a month, 5 grand, that is life-changing for most people. That does make a difference. Right, Lee?
Done deal.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I remember when I first had my, we talk about our first successes, and I know you guys probably experienced this too, but my first success was after I spent $30,000 trying to learn what to do. I got my first check in the mail way back in 2000 for $1.34, and I was so happy for that $1.34. And then in 2001, I actually crossed my first 5-figure month, and then by 2002, I'd crossed my first 6-figure month. And every time you add a 0 to your income, it's just amazing. And what you said is true, Mitch, that it is life-changing, and I don't think it's stretching it too much to say that you can save marriages with cash, because if I reflect back to the first day that my now ex-wife, for other reasons, but the first time she beat me to the mailbox and found the credit card statements of all the stuff that I was buying in internet marketing to hone my craft and learn my skill set, she was very disappointed in me, to say the least. I won't say the words that she used at the time, but she was very, very disappointed in me, and I dare say that if it weren't for a few months later when I actually started to bring in the income and pay those debts off, that it would have been a 10-year earlier divorce than I actually had, again for other reasons, but it's amazing what a little bit of cash in the bank will do to help ease the burden. There's so many people on my list, they hit me on my help desk and support desk, and they just ask me all the time, how can I just make an extra $500 a month? And this could easily make that happen. I know it's an investment. I know that like Mitch said, for some folks, coming up with $1,000 is a stretch. I've been there. I know how you feel. But
so
$297, you can do that. Anybody can do that. You can find something to sell if you need to get in, so that you can actually get the traffic, the high-quality traffic and rankings that you deserve in your business.
And you could just be in the lead selling business. I mean, Zach, he's not here to comment, but I would deem him about an intermediate level internet marketer. Peter, you know him personally as well. He hasn't been in the game a long time. That's why I'm calling them that. But he figured out how to make money with this.
Absolutely.
He saw the opportunity. It's like, man, I can sell leads. People are always hungry for leads in different businesses. Marketing is an ongoing, perpetual, never-ending challenge for people. How do I get new business? How do I get somebody to knock on my door? How do I get somebody to call me? I don't know how to do it, and they just don't like it. They think it's selling. That's a dirty word. Well, we love it, and this tool does the work for you. Zach is not a sales guy. He's a lead source. He supplies leads for a fee, and he did it all digitally. He can't get on the phone. He's not a salesman. You don't have to be a salesman. You can do it all via the computer. You contact somebody in your local market. Let's say if you wanted to target a chiropractor in Des Moines, he's ranked #1 on Google right now. He's puffing his chest at the gym. He's doing bench presses. I'm ranked #1. Well, you come and take him out right at the knees. And then you go back to Bill, the chiropractor, and say, I'll give you your knees back, Bill. All you have to do is pay me $50. You can lease my site because I'm ranking here #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the leads are coming to me and my phone number. Tell you what, I'll lease it to you, $1,000 a month. Sound fair? Bill is hurting. He can't pay his health club. You've given him an opportunity right on the, and you're doing your work. And then you sit back and relax, and then you continue to rank, and then you go to the next niche and do it again in Des Moines. You go after the dentist in the town. That's a way you can make money today.